Have you ever wondered why some women seem to command attention effortlessly while others struggle to get noticed? Why some relationships flourish with mutual respect while others fade into frustration? Here's a truth many won't tell you. Attraction isn't just about looks or clever words. It's about how you carry yourself in silence, with quiet confidence and undeniable grace. In a world overflowing with noise, superficial connections, and fleeting validation, standing out isn't about chasing attention, it's about commanding value. Yet many of us unknowingly make the same mistakes. We overshare, overgive, or worse, chase. Sound familiar? The good news is you don't have to rely on these ineffective tactics. What if I told you there's a way to flip the script, a way to make men see you, respect you, and cherish you? Not because you demand it, but because they can't help it. The secret lies in mastering 10 powerful silent actions that scream, "I know my worth." These aren't manipulative tricks. They're rooted in timeless wisdom and deeply connected to the transformative philosophy of Stoicism, and yes, even dark Stoic psychology. Each of these principles will empower you to embody value so effortlessly that it becomes impossible for him, or anyone else, to overlook you. Are you ready to unlock your inner magnetism and make him value you in a way that feels genuine, lasting, and true? Let's dive in. 1. Never chase, always attract. Why do we chase? Is it because we truly believe someone is irreplaceable? Or is it rooted in fear? Fear of losing them, of being alone, or of not being enough. We've all been there. You meet someone who seems perfect, and when they start to pull away, panic sets in. You text a little too much, overcompensate with attention, or try to fix what feels broken. But here's the paradox. The more you chase, the faster they run. Now imagine flipping this dynamic. Instead of chasing, you attract. How? By embodying a calm, unshakable confidence that radiates, "I'm worth pursuing." This is where Stoicism comes in, a philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. You can't control someone else's feelings or actions, but you can control how you respond to them. Picture this. You're seeing someone, and everything seems great until suddenly their responses become slower. Their effort wanes, and the dynamic shifts. Most people would instinctively try harder, send another text, initiate another date, maybe even confront them. But what if you did the opposite? What if you stepped back instead of leaning in? This isn't about playing games, it's about saying with your actions, "My time and energy are valuable. If you don't want to invest in this, that's your choice, but I won't chase you." Humans are wired to value what feels scarce. When something is too easily available, we subconsciously devalue it. When you stop chasing, you create space for him to wonder about you, to miss you, and to reevaluate his own behavior. This taps into the principles of dark Stoic psychology, using restraint, patience, and composure to quietly but powerfully shift the dynamic in your favor. Here's how to start. Shift your focus back to yourself. Reinvest in your hobbies, passions, and friendships. When the urge to reach out strikes, pause and ask yourself, what am I hoping to achieve? And is this action aligned with my self-respect? Become someone so magnetic and fulfilled that chasing anyone feels unnecessary. 2. Know your worth like a rare gem. Do you truly know your value, or are you letting the world, or worse, someone else, define it for you? Your worth is not up for negotiation. It's not something anyone else can grant or take away. It simply is. Imagine yourself as a rare gemstone. Not everyone will recognize your brilliance, and some might even walk past without a second glance. Does that make the gem any less valuable? Absolutely not. Knowing your worth is one of the most magnetic traits you can possess. It's not about arrogance. It's about quiet confidence and unshakable self-respect. When you truly value yourself, it changes everything. How you interact with men, how you set boundaries, and how others perceive and treat you. They begin to sense that you're not just anyone. You're someone who knows they deserve respect, care, and effort. Here's a practice to build self-worth. Reflect on what truly makes you unique. Are you kind, empathetic, or determined? Do you have a fierce sense of loyalty or a creative spark? These are the building blocks of your value. When you feel undervalued, pause and ask yourself, what virtues and values do I bring to this situation? Write them down. Operate from a place of self-worth. This doesn't mean tolerating poor treatment. It means you don't beg for attention or approval. You choose relationships that align with your values, not your insecurities. 3. Watch actions, not words. Words can be intoxicating, but actions reveal the truth. This isn't about being cynical. It's about being smart. By observing someone's actions, you protect your emotional well-being and align yourself with people who truly value you. For example, if someone often talks about how much they care but doesn't show up when you need them, take note. Consistency in action shows commitment. Inconsistency reveals a lack of it. Adopt a mindset of quiet observation. Focus on what's real, behavior rather than promises. This shift will protect your heart and deepen your connections. 4. Master nonverbal communication. Some of the most powerful things you'll ever say don't involve words. Nonverbal communication is an unspoken language that can captivate attention and leave lasting impressions. Have you ever walked into a room and felt instantly drawn to someone? Not because of what they said, but because of how they carried themselves? That's the power of nonverbal communication. Here's where it starts. Your posture. Picture two women walking into a room. One hurries in with slouched shoulders and a nervous gaze darting around the space. The other walks with her shoulders back, head held high, and a calm, composed demeanor. Who commands attention? The second woman, of course. Her body language radiates quiet confidence. Mastering nonverbal communication begins with aligning your presence with your confidence. Practice strong, steady eye contact. This doesn't mean staring. It means engaging with intent. Eye contact conveys interest, self-assurance, and a willingness to connect. It says, I see you, and I am comfortable being seen. In addition to eye contact, embrace the power of stillness. The ability to pause before responding or to sit comfortably in silence is magnetic. It demonstrates composure and inner strength. You're not rushing to fill the space. You're grounded in your energy. Another subtle but impactful aspect of nonverbal communication is your appearance. This isn't about being flashy or dressing to impress others. It's about presenting yourself in a way that reflects self-respect. Wear clothes that make you feel confident and authentic. Groom yourself in a way that aligns with your identity, not for anyone else, but for you. Finally, remember the value of restraint. In relationships, there's often a rush to share everything. But when you practice restraint, not over-explaining, not over-apologizing, not overcompensating, you create an aura of self-possession. Intrigue is a powerful tool. When you reveal yourself gradually, you invite others to earn your trust and invest in discovering more about you. Nonverbal communication is about subtlety. It's not about grand gestures, but the quiet confidence in how you move, listen, and occupy space. When mastered, it transforms not just how others perceive you, but how you see yourself. 5. Set boundaries without words. Setting boundaries doesn't require loud declarations or drawn-out conversations. The most effective boundaries are established through your actions, not your words. Think of boundaries as invisible lines that protect your time, energy, and emotions. They don't need to be explicitly stated, they need to be lived. For example, consider someone who frequently cancels plans at the last minute. Instead of confronting them with frustration, you simply stop initiating plans with them. Your silence speaks volumes. My time is valuable, and I won't allow it to be disrespected. This silent enforcement of boundaries sends a stronger message than any words ever could. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, You cannot control someone's actions, but you can control how you respond. By setting boundaries through your choices, you protect your peace and command respect without needing to demand it. Another example. Imagine a partner who consistently speaks to you in a dismissive tone. You don't need to engage in a heated argument to address the issue. Instead, withdraw your attention when they act disrespectfully. Over time, they'll notice the shift in your energy and realize that their behavior won't be tolerated. When you enforce boundaries with quiet strength, you communicate that your self-respect is non-negotiable. This isn't about being cold or distant. It's about showing that you value yourself too much to entertain anything less than mutual respect. Here are some practical steps to set boundaries without words. Identify what behaviors or actions drain your energy or compromise your well-being. Decide how you will respond to those behaviors moving forward. Follow through consistently without needing to explain or justify yourself. Setting boundaries is not about pushing people away. It's about creating an environment where healthy, respectful connections can thrive. When you master this silent action, you attract relationships that align with your values and uplift your spirit. 6. Embrace change with grace. Change is an inevitable part of life and relationships. It can be uncomfortable, even painful, but resisting it often leads to more stress and disappointment. Instead, embracing change with grace is a powerful way to demonstrate your resilience and self-worth. Imagine you're in a relationship and the dynamic begins to shift. Perhaps the initial spark has faded or external circumstances have created distance. The instinctive reaction might be to cling to what once was or to try to control the situation. But what if, instead of resisting, you leaned into the change? Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control external events, only our responses to them. When you accept change with an open heart, you show emotional maturity and strength. This doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of the need to control outcomes and trusting yourself to handle whatever comes next. Consider a breakup. It's natural to feel sadness or loss, but clinging to the past only prolongs the pain. By embracing the end of a relationship as an opportunity for growth, you open yourself to new possibilities and deeper connections in the future. You shift from a mindset of scarcity, "I'll never find this again," to one of abundance. This ending makes space for something even better. Here's how to practice embracing change with grace. Focus on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your energy. Allow yourself to feel your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. Use change as an opportunity to learn about yourself and grow. When you approach change with a calm, accepting attitude, you not only protect your peace but also inspire others with your strength. This quiet resilience is deeply attractive and shows that you are grounded in your self-worth, no matter the circumstances. 7. The power of saying. Know every time you say yes to something that goes against your values, you are saying no to yourself. The ability to say no is a cornerstone of self-respect and personal power. It's not about being difficult or unkind. It's about prioritizing what truly matters to you. Saying no can be challenging, especially in relationships where you fear disappointing someone or causing conflict. But consider this. A relationship built on compromise of your core values is not a relationship that will bring you lasting happiness. For example, imagine a partner who asks you to do something that feels uncomfortable or goes against your principles. Instead of reluctantly agreeing, you say, "No, that doesn't work for me," with calm confidence. This simple act of standing your ground communicates that you value yourself and your boundaries. Saying no doesn't always have to be verbal. Sometimes it's about actions. Declining an invitation, stepping back from a draining relationship, or walking away from a toxic situation are all ways to say no without uttering a word. These silent refusals are powerful because they reflect your self-worth and reinforce your boundaries. Here are some tips for mastering the power of saying no. Pause before responding to requests. Ask yourself, is this aligned with my values and priorities? Practice delivering your no with kindness and clarity without over-explaining. Remember that saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It's an affirmation of your own needs and desires. When you master this skill, you create space for relationships and opportunities that truly align with who you are. 8. Carry yourself with pride. Your energy and presence speak volumes before you even say a word. Carrying yourself with pride is about more than just physical posture. It's about embodying self-respect and confidence in every aspect of your being. Imagine walking into a room with your head held high, shoulders back, and a calm, composed demeanor. People naturally take notice. They sense your quiet confidence and are drawn to your energy. This isn't about arrogance or putting on a facade. It's about embracing your true worth and letting it shine through. Carrying yourself with pride starts with how you see yourself. Do you treat yourself with kindness and compassion, or are you overly critical? Do you honor your own time and energy, or do you allow others to take advantage of you? The way you regard yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Here are some ways to carry yourself with pride. Practice good posture. Stand tall, walk with purpose, and make eye contact. Speak with intention. Choose your words carefully and let your voice reflect your confidence. Take care of your appearance. Wear clothes that make you feel strong and authentic, and groom yourself in a way that aligns with your identity. When you carry yourself with pride, you send a powerful message to the world. I know my worth, and I'm not afraid to own it. This quiet assurance not only commands respect, but also inspires others to rise to your level. 9. Develop healthy skepticism. In a world where words are often cheap, developing healthy skepticism is an essential skill. This isn't about being distrusting or cynical. It's about staying grounded in reality and protecting your emotional well-being. Healthy skepticism means observing actions and letting them reveal the truth. It's easy to be swept away by sweet words and promises, but actions speak louder. For example, if someone says they value you but consistently fails to show up when it matters, their actions tell a different story. Here's how to cultivate healthy skepticism. Take your time to get to know someone. Don't rush into decisions or commitments. Pay attention to patterns in behavior. Consistency is a key indicator of genuine intentions. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't ignore it. By approaching relationships with a balance of openness and discernment, you protect yourself from unnecessary heartache and build connections based on authenticity and trust. This quiet confidence in your ability to evaluate others is deeply empowering and attractive. 10. Cultivate a life of purpose. True value is not just about how others perceive you, it's about how you live your life. When you cultivate a life of purpose, you create a magnetic energy that draws others toward you effortlessly. Purpose gives you direction, fulfillment, and a sense of self-worth that no external validation can replace. Living a purposeful life begins with understanding what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what are my passions? What impact do I want to make? What brings me joy and fulfillment? The answers to these questions will guide you toward a life that aligns with your authentic self. Here's how purpose transforms your relationships. When you are deeply engaged in your own growth and goals, you naturally become more attractive. People are drawn to those who have a clear sense of direction and are not dependent on others for their happiness. Your purpose becomes a foundation for your self-worth, making you less likely to settle for relationships that don't align with your values. For example, imagine you're passionate about art, community service, or personal fitness. By dedicating time to these pursuits, you create a fulfilling life that doesn't revolve around seeking approval or attention. This self-sufficiency is incredibly appealing because it shows that you are whole and complete on your own. Cultivating purpose also helps you navigate challenges with grace. When you face setbacks or disappointments, your purpose gives you the strength to keep moving forward. Instead of being defined by temporary difficulties, you stay focused on your long-term vision. Here are steps to cultivate a life of purpose. Reflect on what truly matters to you and identify activities that align with your values. Set meaningful goals that challenge and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support your journey. Purpose is the ultimate silent action because it speaks volumes without words. It shows that you value yourself, your time, and your potential. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same, and that's a rare and powerful quality. These 10 silent actions aren't about manipulation. They're about embodying self-respect and authenticity. When you align with these principles, you create a presence that others can't help but value. But most importantly, you remind yourself of your own worth. Imagine walking through the world with unshakable confidence, forming connections that honor your value, and letting go of anything that doesn't serve your highest good. That's the life these actions can create, a life of dignity, depth, and lasting value. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are worthy of all the love and respect this world has to offer. Don't ever forget it. See you in the next video.